But Nadal continues. All he does is sing the praises of those around him, especially Federer, but even Djokovic too. And he's got such kind words for everybody. There's no, for as arrogant as his tennis is, off the court you never hear that from him. And it's something that his uncle and coach, Tony Nadal, taught him from a very young age. Over and over again, he would say to this kid, stay hungry, stay humble.
It's quite a combination to be able to pull off in this day and age. It makes his remarkable 10-6 winning record against Federer all that more impressive.
Roger Federer calls this his biggest challenge to win the French Open. And once again, to do so, he has to go through Rafa Nadal.
Au service, Roger Federer. Première manche. Play.
You have to believe that serving well is so important. Their most recent matches have been on clay in Monte Carlo and Hamburg, and in both occasions Roger had real opportunities to win, took big leads in sets, only to see Nadal go on a run and pull it out. This guy just plays so hard every point.
Premier service.
Little bit of a miss hit on that Federer forehand, and he's already missed 2 in this game. I mean, this is his big shot, and so he wants to make sure that it speaks loudly for him. And one thing that Coach Jose Higueras, his new coach, has allowed is that he's worked very hard on the footwork of Roger going to his forehand side. There's Higgy.
Still got to believe that Nadal's going to zero in on that backhand. That ball kicks up so high. Extremely difficult for Roger to handle that.
That's been the signature shot that has failed Roger in these finals.
No one gets that type of spin. So hard to practice against anyone that plays like him. He's a lefty. That already cuts most of the players out.
How much less bounce today? What is it with this kind of conditions?
You've got to be talking a good 10-15%, which is definitely going to help Roger. You could also make the argument, though, that it makes conditions heavier to allow Nadal to trap more balls down. He's a defensive wizard, and he's gotten pretty darn good at offense also. His second break point in this first game.
Carlos Ramos out of the chair to have a look at this.
Looked like it caught the line. First serve for Roger. It's so tough to get the ball by Nadal. Look how far back he is to return this serve.
Federer tried to go behind. And the forehand missed 3 times in that game. But here's one, in one view, this is what it's like to play Rafa Nadal on clay.
Well, the backhand, the bounce is so much higher, stretches him so much more than at Wimbledon, where it hugs the court more, right into his wheelhouse. This is where he wants to be hitting from. And on grass he can. On clay, it's up around his ears.
Well, he likes to slice the backhand and hit it short, which I think is a good ploy. He can knife it and get some good spin. I keep it low. Makes it harder for Nadal. It's very tough to come over it consistently and put much on it. Not the start Federer wanted, that's for sure. Immediate break.
And in the last couple of finals, Rafa Nadal has served at 77%.
Even though they played a lot, there is a sense of that bit of a feeling out process. Each one checking to see how sharp they are. Hoping to get some free points here, like Nadal got that last game. He's not sharp yet.
Gaza.
Massive ovation there. Trying to help Roger out here, get into it. You can see what a weapon that forehand is. He's going to have to hit about 100 of those, at least, to pull this off. But it can be done.
So far, points have been longer, and that's always been a question people have wondered. Federer himself has said, can you win? Can you beat Rafa here playing longer points?
So far, I don't see him doing anything different. But, I mean, it's obviously early, but he seems content to just stay in the backcourt and try to trade shots with him. Slightest hint, he may hit a drop shot on that backhand, and that is instead he just hit it firm there. It's a good move. Nadal was scrambling.
Then that beautiful, I love that backhand. Just carved right into it, didn't he?
That's a shot I think that he should utilize more often today. It's well disguised now. He has a chance to break. Cause that miss hit.
broke Federer's hopes last year. 1 of 17 break points last year in the final.
That's disappointing as a player to work that hard in a point and then make the unforced error. That's the case where as great as Nadal is, you still want to make him hit a passing shot there.
This is why Nadal has only been broken 8 times this whole tournament.
Nadal really just surprising Roger Federer there, giving him a taste of his own medicine. Ball's going to stay lower with these heavier conditions. They've got both players have to be alert to that low ball.
Just in case you were wondering, these are the 2 best clay court players in the world. If you haven't noticed in the first 2 games.
This is very high quality stuff right away.
Maybe Roger needed a couple tough long points under his belt to get going. You can see how beautifully he moves, how good his defensive capabilities are.
Footwork from Federer allowed him to get over the court, take it as a big forehand, and really hit it with authority. Nadal's trying to find his backhand side, and watch this beautiful move here. A bunch of quick little steps to really line him up, force the error. Another chance for Federer to get this back on serve. Here's Federer cheating all the way over to that side, and Nadal can still find his backhand. It's such a clever serve of Nadal's, that lefty serve, and he doesn't hit it terribly deep. I mean, there's no way Federer can move around and try to hit a forehand off of that. It's only the second game of the match, but it's already so important. It's such a big one, isn't it?
I've often seen him get hurt on that ad court with that serve and wondered why he hasn't stepped over even further and cut the ball off and force Nadal to go up the middle. Because he's so good. His forehand's so good, better than his backhand. It's also an easier return for him. He'd be back in the court. See, I'd be cheating even more if I were him.
Well, Nadal saved 2 break points. If you want to get French Open updates today on your cell phone, just text the word tennis to 51515. You'll get all the news and scores from Paris right on your phone. Again, text the word tennis to 51515. NBC Sports Mobile. Well, Nadal saves 2 break points. He's only been broken 8 times in this tournament. He just broke Federer in the first game. 44th time he's broken an opponent's serve. Nadal has broken his opponents serve in 60% of the games that he's played in this French Open. That's sick.
That's pretty sick.
It is. Something that I've been urging him to do more of. Serve and come right in and volley.
It's the last time he listens to you.
Yeah, exactly. I can't say I blame him. The guy cleaned the line, though.
Federer came to net well over 60 times in his semifinal with Monfils.
He's got to get up there, doesn't he?
He does.
Even against Nadal, the times he has tried in the past finals and semi against Nadal here, the times he has come to the net, he's been successful 3 out of 4 times. Obviously, there's a deep reluctance to do that against such a great clay courter as Nadal, but Roger's got to know that he can't stay back. He can't do that.
His forehand's been loose inside the court, which is surprising. That's what Borg was talking about, picking the right moment to really be aggressive. And so far he seems a little uncertain. That's not good. When he gets to net, he's got to angle off his volleys, even volleys short sometimes.
How hard is that, John, to do when Nadal's playing 12, 15 feet back? How many aces are you going to see?
Well, that's hard. That is very hard. You're not going to see too many of those, but I think what he could do is, you know, hit what I just said, try to volley shorter on purpose. He's serving better than ever. I mean, I will say that. His serve has gotten better over the years. He's won more points off it. Did a pretty good job there, those 2 break points. Another ace. That's the, you can get them, hit it as hard, harder because the net's lower there. So you can go for a bigger one.
That's a big save early. 2 aces help Federer. It's the French Open men's final. This Roger Federer, no finer an authority than Bjorn Borg, has said it's the best he's seen Federer on clay the last 3 years. Borg sits there and watches across the net and sees a guy, Nadal, that appears to get better every year here.
That last point was a perfect example when he can control the court with that forehand. The spin is nasty.
In the middle of the semi-Friday.
Again, how intimidating this guy is to play. very tall order to beat him on this court. 2 set points to win this handily, 6-1.
Now that is stunning in its dominance, as Nadal has done all